Hello everyone, here's Savita. Good morning. Today is a lot cooler than the last week. There are some clouds up there, but they said there is no chance of rain today. Maybe Friday, so I still have to wait a few more days and deal with the heat, just like everybody is doing. Anyway, I would like to put out a video about my veggie garden, my raised bed, and I also have an old vegetable garden in the easternmost part of the garden. I planted tomatoes there, guys, and they are huge. Anyway, I'd like to show you that area, and I would like to show you my fig tree. I already made a fig tart, and I actually wanted to harvest more, but you just have to look at the video. Anyway, please enjoy it. So guys, look, all the wasps are eating all my figs. It is very hot and they don't have anything to eat, I guess. So I'll just let them. I thought there will be a few that I can still harvest, but the wasps are all over them. And I wouldn't like to get stung, so just let them eat it. I'll just let the wasp eat the figs. When it turns cooler, they'll find other things to eat. We have this heat wave for almost a week now, and the insects and the birds need something to eat and to drink. Look at our grapes, guys. They're all turning red from the heat. Harvest time is usually September, October, and they're just turning red now, but they are still very hard and very sour. My husband tried one yesterday and he had to spit it out. I just hope it will cool down very soon. I don't know if they can stay red for a long time and not spoil or something. This year is just a struggle for all the plants and the insects. And for us gardeners, of course. So, the vegetable garden, the raised bed, is happy with all that heat. I just have to water it more often now because it's drying up very fast. These are my bell peppers that are now full of flowering buds, and small bell peppers are already hanging in some of them. Like this one here. It has a bell pepper now, and a few smaller ones. That is the biggest bell pepper right now, and there are a few smaller ones. Oh my God, I just harvested one round zucchini 2 days ago, and look at that, it's actually too big now to harvest. I'll harvest it anyway. Maybe I can still use it. It was still very small 2 days ago. And look. Oh my God. Okay, and I also saw a very big yellow now. Yellow zucchini there. Oh, it's probably too big now, but I'll harvest it anyway. I am having some problems with my broccoli, guys. Look at that. I don't know what it is. Oh, they are aphids. Oh no. So I have to spray this with some olive oil with some apple cider emulsion. So I'll have to do that today. I still have a lot of chard that I can harvest. It's actually too hot for them now. Maybe I can just pull them out and just plant something else here. I have 2 eggplants here and I think 4 more in front of the tomatoes. So that is the dill that is now blossoming. And I have 4 eggplants here. 1 already have an eggplant. And it has a lot of blossoms too. And of course, my cherry tomatoes here are also full of tomatoes. And I'm really glad that I didn't pull out these 2 in front, because one came out to be the delicacy, the oval shaped small tomatoes. And they're really very delicious, guys. These are also broccolis, but they don't have aphids, only the one in front. But maybe they'll have some aphids too. I have to spray all of them. I let this radish plant here to flower for the seeds. And this one is the physalis. It has some fruits hanging to it now and some blossoms. I also have some basils there. And of course the chilies are very happy here. They love the heat. This one is my old vegetable garden. I already pulled out all the German turnips or kohlrabis that were bitten and nibbled by the slugs. And I will be cleaning up this area here, and I will just be planting some annuals here. I still have some kale in this bed, some nasturtiums. Look at my tomatoes, guys. I have 7 tomatoes here. And I didn't fertilize these tomatoes. I have very good soil here. I have a lot of compost here. And I don't usually fertilize the tomatoes here. And look at them. I just added more stakes here because they were already falling down because it's just getting too heavy from all the tomatoes it's carrying. And I already cut off the tip so it won't grow higher anymore. It's just too high now. And my stakes can't hold it anymore. It's just getting too heavy. Look how many tomatoes does this one have. And that's just the lower part. And let's go higher. And to the front. And up here. So that's just one tomato plant. And the tip still has some flowers and some small tomatoes that I probably have to cut off because it's just too heavy. And it's the same thing with the other ones here. Huge. Look how many. It's really crazy, guys. They're loving the heat. And I have drips here, so they get enough water. And I have a few kale. And some potatoes. I never planted potatoes before. These are just the ones that sprouted in the cellar, and I planted them here. I have to check when I can harvest. Maybe they're ready. So I will be using this bed next year for tomatoes again. Because as you can see, they like it here. They love it here. And some annuals for cutting. This is the easternmost part of the garden. And it's very far from my terrace and my main entrance. So it's not really that convenient to have salad greens here or radishes where I can just pull them out. But now I have my raised bed and I'll devote this area for tomatoes. Look at that. Gosh, they're really huge. Look at that. Anyway, I guess that's it for now. I added some stakes here because they were just turning too heavy. Look at that, how huge. Gosh. Anyway, I'm really happy. And I guess that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, maybe you'll consider doing so. It's very much appreciated. And for now, I'd like to say thank you for watching. Have a nice day, and hope to see you again soon. Bye now.